All right, guys. Good morning. My name is Jessica Clements. I'm a fitness and sports instructor here in Gagetown, New Brunswick. I'm going to be doing the core and mobility class for you this morning. So it'll be nice and slow, but you will feel it. And we can follow along with everything together. We'll go through a warm-up, and then we'll move into what I have planned for you. So that being said, there is a disclosure I do have to read that you can see in the comments below. There is a questionnaire that you'll have to click on to participate in the class, so you can find that in the link below. So, oh, there it is. So in response to COVID-19, PSP is offering telefitness to Canadian Armed Forces members by using social media platforms. The telefitness classes tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel become accessible to all. Prior to participating in this session and to make an informed decision on whether you should seek advice from a qualified exercise professional or advice from a qualified exercise professional or healthcare provider, consult the Get Active questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference document that we do have on our Facebook page. So we will be doing core and mobility today. So we're going to start with 5 different movements. So that'll be a set amount of repetitions or a set amount of time. And then we're going to add a little bit of movement to those 5 exercises for the second portion and finish with a nice deep stretch. So that being said, you can follow along. It's nice and slow, not like the other classes I've taught on here. So we'll start with our warm-up. So just going to come up into what we call a down dog, but we're just going to pedal our feet. So moving those ankles, the knees, we're stacked under the shoulder. Maybe rotate the wrists if you want to. Good. So we're going to stretch it back and we're going to move it down to the floor nice and slow, pressing up. Good. Coming back up, pedaling those feet. Good, nice and slow. Perfect. Slowly bringing it down to the floor, pressing up. Good. One more time. Bring it up, pedaling those feet. Good. Bringing it down to the floor. Good. Pressing up. Good. Moving it into a side plank. So coming onto the elbow or coming high. We're just going to stretch up and reach. Good. Bringing it back down to the floor. Stretching up. Good. Opposite side. So coming from the elbow or stacking it all the way up. Following that gaze. Good. Bringing it back down to the floor. Nice and slow. Good. Pressing back up. Rotating. So again, stacked or from the forearm, following that gaze up. Good. Bringing it back down to the floor, nice and slow. Good. Back up. Good. Following that that gaze up, nice rotation. Relax. Making sure everything's in line. Bringing it back down to the floor. Slowly press down. Good. And up. Grab a drink. Perfect. Bringing those palms forward. We're stacking ourselves up, applying pressure, and just giving a nice stretch through the forearms. You can do this kneeling if you want. Good. Back forward. Just shift it back, nice stretch. Bringing it back up, walking the hands around. Nice deep stretch. Good. Bring it back down. Stretch forward. Good. One more time. Perfect. And we'll finish our warm up and move in to everything else. Good. Walk the hands forward, nice big stretch. Good. Stacking back up into a plank. We're just going to reach that back leg up. Good. Swoop it forward and back up. Good. Swoop it forward. One more time, back up. Good. And switch sides. Bring it forward and up. Forward. Good. Up. One more time. Good. Bring it down. Perfect. I'm definitely noticing where I'm tight today. So, making sure you have some water. We're going to get started on the body of the workout. Okay? So, we're going to be doing 5 movements, and then we're going to add a little bit to them in the second set. Sorry, I'm just catching my breath. So we have a set amount of repetitions. So we're going to be doing bird dog. So everything's done nice and slow this morning. We're going to be doing 6 extensions on one side, 6 on the opposite. For our planks, we're going to be holding it for a set amount of time or until you feel yourself losing that brace. So brace is really important this morning. So we're turning on that core and we're just going to focus on breathing and making sure that that core is engaged, and you'll definitely know when it is and when it is not. For our hip bridge, we're going to hold it for a set amount of time and so forth. So we'll get going with that. So for the bird dog, what you want to do is stack under your shoulder so everything's in line. We're stacked out, core is engaged, we're not dipped down, so our back is in the proper alignment. Okay, so We're just going to extend out, keeping everything stable, bringing it back in. Good. Switching sides. So keeping that gaze at the floor, keeping everything where it needs to be, and nice and slow, bringing them back in at the same time. So 6 per side, nice and slow, we're not rushing. One more. Perfect. Good. So grabbing a sip of water, we're going to move into our plank. So you can come from the forearms or you can come from a top position. So what we're going to focus on is eyes at the floor, maintaining that good alignment. Your hips aren't sagging. So that's turning on the core, making sure those glutes are activated. And at any point, if you feel that you're breaking form, then that's when we're going to shut it down, okay? So 20 to 30 seconds, but again, if you need to dial that back to make sure you're doing it properly, then that's more important. Good, so let's start with that plank. Here we go, so setting yourself up, or you can come nice and low to the floor. Go. Remembering to focus on that breath is very important when you're bracing. Good, so 10, that's 20 seconds, so 10 more seconds if you can. Good, coming down to the floor. We're going to move in to our hip bridge. So we're pressed into the floor, shoulders pressed in. We're coming up off the floor. Good. Glutes are activated, core is turned on, and we're going to hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Okay? So 3, 2, 1, go. Good, 20 seconds, so 10 more. 3, 2, 1, good. Perfect. Good. So another great core movement we're going to be doing next is our supine toe taps. So we're going to turn that into an extension in the second part of our circuit. But for now, what we're going to do is you're going to be pressed into the back, knees up, 90-degree tap, nice and slow, tap, tap, okay? Good, so we're going to do 6 per side, okay? So ready, nice and slow, so focus on what you're doing, making sure you're not lifting off the floor and that core is turned on. Up. 1. One more. Good. Perfect. Good. So our last one is a timed movement. So it's our hollow hold. So what you can do to increase the difficulty in this movement is keeping your legs closer to the floor as well as your upper half. Or if you want to make it a little more, I guess if you want it to be easier, then we're going to elevate the legs more. So again, heavy on the core, but we're going to maintain shoulders pressed into the floor. So it's going to look like this. Have enough room here. Shoulders, arms above your head. So shoulders up, legs up, and we're holding. If you want to make it easier, bring up the legs and the arms. Okay? So 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds. I need to learn how to talk to people again when I'm teaching, don't I? 3, 2, 1, here we go. So that's 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. So we've worked through all 5 movements. We're going to be doing it one more time and then moving on to the second half. So we're going to be doing bird dog, plank, hip bridge, our supine toe taps, and the hollow hold. So if you're just joining in now, you can certainly follow along. So we're going to go again in a minute. Grab a sip of water. So we're not rushing through the movements. They're done nice and slow. We're listening to our bodies, listening to our breathing, and ensuring that that core is turned on the entire time. Okay? So if you're ready to go, we're going to start with the bird dog. So we're stacked. We're not shifting in. That's when our core's turned on. So we're maintaining a good alignment, and we're going to extend out. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And we're keeping a good balance. We're not shifted to one side. Nice and slow. Good. Good. Perfect. So grab a sip of water if you need it. And then we will be doing our plank again. So that's 20 to 30 seconds. So you can come from the forearm or you can come from a tall plank, whatever you want. So 20 to 30 seconds, setting yourself up. Eyes to the floor, core turned on, glutes are activated. And you're remembering to breathe. Good, so that's 20 seconds, 10 more if you can. Three, 2, 1. Good. Perfect. So we're turning it around onto our back. We're going to be doing our hip bridge. So holding that for 20 to 30 seconds if you can, making sure that our back's pressed into the floor. And we're really turning on the glutes, so you want to make sure that they're good and fired so you can give them a squeeze when you're ready. Okay? So moving down into that position. 3, 2, 1, and up. So keeping those shoulder blades pressed flat into the floor. Squeezing the glutes together. Core is turned on. Hips are lifted. That's 20 seconds, so 10 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. Perfect. So we're moving back down to the floor. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We're going to be doing 6 per side with our supine toe taps. So we're going to bring the knees up, and we're slowly tapping the foot and bringing it back up, as you'll see. So 6 per side. Here we go. Knees up. Good. You can press those forearms into the floor. So that's 1. And back up. 2. And 1 more. Good. Perfect. So grab a sip if you need it. 1 more, and then we're moving on. We're going to spice up those movements and really get working. So we're moving back into the hollow hold. So if you're just joining in now, arms and legs lower to the floor definitely increases the difficulty of this movement. If we're coming closer together, then you can maintain your brace better. That's what you're going to do, okay? So 20 to 30 seconds. Moving on, holding it. 3, 2, 1. Remembering to breathe. That's 20 seconds, so 10 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, guys. So, grabbing a sip of water, taking a break, we're going to be moving on. So we're doing the same sequence, same time, and same reps. We're just adding a little bit into each exercise. It's really humid in here. Sorry, guys. All right. So we're going to be going into the bird dog again. The only difference is when we extend, we're bringing that knee in, okay? And then opposite, bringing that knee in and back out, out, in, out, okay? Give you a few more seconds. I hope you can hear me. I was given this microphone but it doesn't seem to want to work for me. So, starting with that, 6 per side. Here we go. Extend out, in, out. Good, that's 1. Good. Great job, guys. Keep it up. Perfect. So, just grabbing a drink. We're going to move in to a plank with the knee drive. So we're still doing the set amount of time for our plank. So similar to the bird dog with that knee drive, we're going to be doing that in a plank, from a tall plank, or from the forearms. Good. So turning on the stopwatch. So if you're coming from the knees, you're bringing those knees in. Good. Or if you're coming from a tall plank, you're just driving that knee in. Good. And walking it back. Nice and slow. Ready? Good. So making sure everything's lengthened out. Gaze is still at the floor. Hips aren't sagging. That's 20 seconds. Good. That's 30. Perfect. So, moving on, same as earlier, we're doing our timed hip bridge, but instead of holding it for 30 seconds, we're going to be pausing for 3, bringing it back down and up, pausing for 3 for the duration of 30 seconds, okay? So 3, 2, 1, go. So up, 1, 2, 3, down, up, 1, 2, 3, down. Good. Up, that's 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, down, and we have time for one more. Up, 1, 2, 3, down. Good. Great job, guys. So next, we're going to be doing same supine leg extensions. So it's the same as earlier, but instead of the taps, we're doing a full extension. If that's not going to work for you, feel free to just do the taps. It's more important to make sure that you're turning your core on in the right way and we're not straining anything. Okay? So let's move into that. So if you weren't here earlier, supine toe tap, we're pressed in, tap, and up, tap. So if we're up here, we're just extending out and in, out, and in. Okay? So either of the two. So 12, so 6 and 6, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. Good. All right, guys. So last one, we're doing similar to what we were doing earlier. So instead of the hollow hold, we're going to move it into a rock. So arms and legs are still in the same position. Difficulty is still the same if your legs and arms are lower to the floor, or you can decrease the difficulty by coming a little bit higher up. Okay? So we're going to be doing 30 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever you want to do for your time. Okay? So 3, 2, 1. So we're just rocking. Five seconds. Good. Perfect. Good. So we're going to go through that one more time and then just finish with a little bit of a deeper stretch. Good. So we're going to do that bird dog, 6 per side. So we're bringing that knee into the elbow with that extension back out. And just repeating that back and forth 6 times. I hope you have some fun music on. This would be nice with some upbeat music. So, whoop, here we go, out, bring that knee in, good, and down. Good, a few more. Okay, perfect. So grabbing a sip, we're going to be moving in to the plank with the knee drives. So either tall plank or nice and low on the forearms. It's up to you. So it's timed 30 seconds. Nice and slow. Me remembering to breathe. Here we go. Good. Nice and slow. Good. So that's 20 seconds. Good. So 30. Perfect. So moving in back into our hip bridge. So this time we're not holding again for 30 seconds. It's 3-second hold, back down, 3 seconds, and back down, okay? Good. So 3, 2, 1, up, squeeze, 1, 2, 3, back down, good, up, squeeze, 1, 2, 3, and down, that's 20 seconds, up, squeeze, 1, 2, 3, down, we have time for one more, up, squeeze, 1, 2, 3. Good. Perfect. So 2 more left. We're going to be doing that supine leg extension, but feel free to do the toe taps if that was working better for you. So we're coming down to the floor, 6 per side. It's nice and slow. If we feel like our hips are raising or if something's not firing anymore, then you're just going to shut it down, okay? So up, knees are up, pressed into the floor, and we're extending out, nice and slow, back in, or doing the tap. Okay. Perfect. Great job, guys. So one left, and that's our hollow rock, anywhere between 20 and 30 seconds, or you can still just do the hold. So again, we're increasing the difficulty when we're lower to the floor, and we're making it a little bit more manageable when we're closer together. So you choose what feels best for you. So 20 to 30 seconds, giving yourself lots of room. And we're up, 3, 2, 1. Good. That neck's relaxed. So that's 20 seconds and this looks horrible. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Good. So now that we're done that, we are going to move in to a nice stretch. So we're gonna bring those back toes together, widen the base, and we're just gonna stretch down, forehead relaxed, relaxing on your mat or your carpet. Stretching the hands forward. Relaxing the shoulders, neck, hips. Good. Gonna come down, up. Similar to the start of the workout. Good, and bring it back. Big stretch. Good. And down and up. Good. Bringing it to the knees. So same position we were in when we were doing our bird dog, but we're going to bring our shoulders up to the ceiling. So cat cow. And then we're going to drop down. Good. Bringing it back up. Good, and down. Perfect. And up. Big stretch. Good. And down. Good. Bringing that leg forward, coming down onto the forearms, or you can come from a tall position. Everything's in line and we're just stretching. Back. Good. It's called pigeon. So we're just going to hold each leg for an equal amount of time. Good. So stretching that leg back and switching sides. It's a great morning to go for a walk. It's nice and cool out. Good. Last one, we'll just bring it back. Stretch over. You can lay down and do this stretch if you want. Good, opposite side. Okay, good. Perfect. So we're going to bring feet together, drop the knees out, nice and tall, just to finish off. So nice big breaths. I hope you enjoyed the workout. If you were participating, if you're going to participate later, definitely a nice one to do on a rainy day. Perfect. Well, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy your day.